You have my pillow?
Is everything all right over there?
I need my pillow. Are you leaning on it?
It's not on the chair.
It's not behind your chair. Oh, yes, it is behind your chair. Thank you.
There you go, old lady.
I am. It's good posture.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta protect
What?
your lumbar.
There you have it, everybody. Protect your lumbar.
Mm-hmm. So,
Back in the closet again,
back in the closet.
where it all began.
I can't remember if it's been a while. We're kind of sporadic with filming these, but did I talk about the Barbarian episode?
You mean Marvel's new movie, Barbarian?
Yeah.
You didn't talk about it in a podcast, but you told me about it.
So I just thought it was really funny. Very sick. Yeah, I was very sick. Coughing hurt. And Maya wanted to go and watch this movie, Barbarian. It was just the two of us. I'm like, sure, let's go. Thinking it was the new Rock Marvel. What's the Rock Marvel movie?
The Rock Marvel movie?
Like The Rock.
He's in DC as Black Adam.
Oh, it's DC. It's not even Marvel.
No.
Okay. I just heard, maybe I just mixed up conversations because I heard someone talking about him. I thought it was a Marvel. Is there a Marvel movie called Barbarian at all or something close to that? Oh, and he's shaking his head no. Okay. So anyways, I thought we were going to go watch a Marvel movie, nice light action movie, and turned on Barbarian. It was not. It was a horror movie. And I'm sick. And at one point, Willow came home. See, I used to love horror movies. I just can't do it anymore. Willow came home with a friend, and I'm screaming in the basement. Fortunately, her friend was completely oblivious. Willow totally heard, though.
Everybody heard.
Oh,
I was with them.
Oh, I thought the friend was oblivious.
She kind of looked at Willow, and Willow just dismissed it and said, "Oh, they're watching a horror movie." And so her friend was like, "Okay," and they just went back to what they were doing.
At one point, I screamed so loud, the dog jumped. Maya was starting to get annoyed. She's like, "Mom, God, stop. Stop screaming."
You weren't processing it well.
I can't handle them anymore. And I wasn't expecting that movie either. But the hardest part was I was also in pain. My chest and stuff were hurting. And I was telling Maya, I can't do this. I can't do this. I got to stop. But I just also have an illness that I have to keep watching. I can't just close my eyes or walk away.
Yeah. No, you toughed it out. You came up angry, though. You were heated when you came out of the basement.
Just because.
Yeah, she duped you into watching. It wasn't a Marvel movie after all. And the three of us looked at you like we had no idea what you're talking about.
Well, it makes sense because I said, isn't Daddy going to be upset if we watch this? Like, we probably shouldn't. And she's like, Dad doesn't care at all. And I'm like, wouldn't he, though? But okay, maybe not. Okay.
No. So there you go.
Cool beans. That's my story.
Excellent.
Yep.
Have you ever thought of like a one-woman play? Just you on stage telling stories.
I'd be boring. Although my colleagues are always like, you always have the best stories. You're so funny. I'm like, really? I don't think I am. I think I'm.
That's what makes your stories funny because it's the chaos that you create and that surrounds you, and you're the straight person in the story. All right. Enough of that.
Okay.
Your obsession with Marvel movies.
Speaking of which, She-Hulk is actually, I've only seen one episode. It's not as terrible as I heard it was.
Yeah, I'm sorry so far.
I heard terrible things about it. It's okay.
Marvel needs to dial down on the Mark Ruffalo as Hulk look, though, because it's a big green Mark Ruffalo, which is a little annoying, but
yeah,
that's a different story.
It's true. But he's like amalgamated.
He is, but even when in the comics, Bruce and the Hulk let Bruce's... different. He still looked like the Hulk. He just had Bruce's intellect.
And even, well, She-Hulk is quite pretty, but does look different from...
Yeah, slightly different. But that's how it is in the comic book.
Oh, okay.
That's very true to the comic book.
So why does he have to be...
Except for the whole car accident. I think she was shot or something.
But maybe it's because when you're integrated, you look more like yourself. Is that why? Maybe. Because she wasn't just a big beastly brute.
Perhaps we can bring on a Hulk expert for the next episode.
Maybe. I think we should.
Get
on it.
Come on, brother. Hey, nerd.
Okay.
I'm talking about the Hulk.
Okay.
Okay, my question today.
Yes.
Is seasonally based.
Oh.
Because I figure by the time, blah, blah, blah. It'll be relevant. So, Christmas.
Yep.
The big old Christmas season.
Holiday season.
What's wrong with
winter season? Not everybody celebrates Christmas.
Okay, end of year festivities, December to January, whatever. As parents,
yes, we are.
I've got several questions.
Oh my!
How do you? I'm going to break them up here.
Because I can only maybe
first
if you're
question,
lucky.
First question:
one at a time.
What piece of advice would you give newer parents around the holiday season on how to manage the expectations when still trying to take care of a little kid?
The expectations of other family members, like come visit me. Is that what you mean?
Totally.
We did that our first Christmas and it was chaos. I think we actually did it for a couple.
We did it for almost 3.
Yeah, chaos until we put our foot down and said, nah, if you want to see us, you can come to us on Boxing Day.
So how would you, I guess, to broaden it, because we sometimes take a bit more of a direct approach with what we make as decisions. And some people might not find that as easy to do. What, as a general principle around new families, younger families, babies involved, whatever, what do you consider to be important in maintaining both what you enjoy about the holidays without overdoing them?
Yeah.
How do you strike a balance, I guess?
Well, and I think that's true for new families, but even older ones too. Like I cannot tell you how many people I've talked to recently, because I'm just, we're getting closer. I mean, we still have a ways to go, but we're getting closer. And so that's the topic, are you going to be around? Are you going to travel? What are you doing? And so many people who are like, you know what, like we're not doing the 10-hour drive to go see my parents or the flight to go see, like we're actually looking forward to having Christmas at home, just, our nuclear family. And like just the relief in people, they immediately say, like the kids are going to miss their cousins or, I'm going to miss my family and these things, but just the relief of we can wake up in our own beds on Christmas morning. There was another family who went away. I can't remember who it was, but they went away for the holidays for the first time last year and they hated it. The kids are like, we are never doing that again. They were somewhere tropical. I mean, there's the excitement of going on a trip and stuff. Like, I think there's just some magic about waking up in your own bed, and with your pajamas on. You don't have to worry if you brush your teeth first or worry about, grandparents or anything else. You just do what your family wants to do. But how do you balance that? Yeah, I think I'm a pen and paper girl. Write the pros and cons. I'm always saying, write the pros and cons. What do you enjoy about going out to visit family? Having that family stay with you and visit you. Like first, just sit down with what are all the options in the first place? Pros and cons, what you like, what you don't like. Weigh those out. And see, maybe there's an obvious one. Like for us, the obvious one is we do the 4 of us on Christmas. If anybody wants to see us, they can come to us on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
That's it, just because we are more easygoing. I mean, even for Christmas dinner, we don't do anything. We just.
Turkey's for suckers.
We have our favorite thing. So Andy usually has steak. One of the girls for years, it was always pizza and pierogies. Yep. Maya's really thinking this. She's had ribs, a couple of years. Mm-hmm. So they're really starting to already think, oh, what are we going to have? And just for breakfast, Christmas breakfast, it's a sugary cereal because I don't allow any cereal over 5 grams of sugar in the house. But for Christmas, oh boy, they're allowed.
Honeycomb, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Lucky Charms, they're all in play.
Yeah, 1 box of something sugary. So it's just that, right? We just want to read or build Lego. I mean, they're not really building Lego anymore, but just to do this stuff. So I don't know. I think it's that. And if you're still stuck, then it's going back to values. Maybe, family is important, but what right now is the most important. I think I just feel this energy in the world right now. This probably, oh my gosh, I hope Maya doesn't hear this, because she always says I'm a hippie, and she's like, you're such a hippie. And this is definitely a hippie statement, but I feel this energy of the world right now where everybody's sick, like just this respiratory stuff that's going around and flu. I mean, our immune system's weakened because of, I don't want to open up that can of worms, but anyways, everybody's sick. Everybody's burnt out. Everybody's run down. I feel like we got to put that in the mix too. If we're feeling that, like, what do we need to do to recharge, but not also just slink away the holidays on Netflix and doing nothing, because that's not very nurturing either. But
yeah,
I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think for me, the question came about, I made a comment recently that, we have a general rule in the house that no Christmas decorations until after Remembrance Day, right? It's one that, as much as I know, it probably annoys you and the girls at the time. More than anything.
No, I'm okay with that.
No, but you.
But November 12th, baby.
November 12th, baby. It goes. Everything's up.
Everything's
and
up.
I'm cool with that.
And I'm so excited. Like, our house is so magical. I love it. I love the Christmas lights, and I love the gingerbread cookie smell. And anyway,
so I think with that, what it gets me thinking about is how to maximize the holidays so it's a memorable holiday. Unlike, the kids are always making comments about weekends are boring because all we do is run around the rinks and do chores, right? And so the idea I threw out was, okay, for family movie night from here until Christmas, we can only pick Christmas movies, right? Which gives us, from the 12th to December to Christmas gives us, potentially 6 weeks or so, right? Roughly. So 6 Christmas movies, because one of the things we always complain about is we always want to just sit down one night with a fire going and watch a Christmas movie, and we don't, right? So this is one of those ways to make sure that the Christmas season doesn't slip by. It's dumb. I know it's a dumb idea in a way, but it's also helping build up that anticipation towards the holidays, right? And we don't just get lost in, we're gone in a couple, through November and December, we have usually out of town trips for the girls for sports and stuff, which interrupts things. And it's just
tournaments.
It's just a rush to the holidays. So it was more around, how do we set things up? So we can create more memories outside of just the day, but how do we also balance everything out? And we're fairly lucky. There's very little drama I find around holidays with our families. Like your folks being on the coast obviously makes it easier. This year with them coming in, it's just a split, right? When you with us, when you seeing your brother, and it's pretty easy going. And my mom usually rolls with whatever, right? Like, she doesn't particularly care about the day. She just wants to see us. We'll figure it out. It's just whether she's going to be in Vancouver or here. So we're very lucky that we don't, unless we're just completely oblivious to it, we don't really have pressures from outside. We did when the kids were little. Everybody wanted to see the baby. And up until then, we were cool running the roads. It didn't matter. If your brother had a thing and then my mom had a thing, and then we'd just go because it was just the two of us and whatever. Even if you didn't feel like doing the drive, it was no big deal.
Yeah.
Once the kids entered the equation, though, where the turning point for me was, we were still under the impression that we had to do these trips. There was an obligation we felt almost to do them. We got to go. It's Christmas. It's this, it's that. But it was the one Christmas where we did 4 different Christmas present openings.
Yeah.
On Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And the end of the day, Maya was in tears because she didn't get the one thing she wanted, because she forgot she had opened it very first thing that day at home before we even hit the road.
Right.
So she'd gotten the present she wanted, but there were so many other things going on. She forgot, and she was almost inconsolable because Christmas was ruined. She never got the present she wanted. And we're like, dude, it's at home. You already opened it. She was beside herself. And to me, and this leads to my next question, I guess.
Well, I do remember the first Christmas, she opened 2 and was so overwhelmed. And she's like, no more. And I ended up opening stuff because she was just so overwhelmed.
Yeah. And I mean, we as a family kind of build around that in the sense that we are very low key, right? We do want to clean up, have breakfast, and then just chill, read the books we got, or play with whatever we got, whatever. And that works. That's how it was when I was a kid too, right? Like get everything out, tear into it, and then just spend the whole day quietly enjoying that and not having to go anywhere and whatever, right? And it wasn't until we were older that there was these, everybody seemed to have something, right? Christmas Eve, this, but it was nice that when we had the kid, we could finally put our foot down and say, this isn't really what I want to do for Christmas. In terms of the comment I made earlier around the presents, the sheer amount of presents.
Oh, yeah.
This is something we've struggled with. I personally don't get super jazzed about presents. I usually, if I need something, I'm able to get it and whatever, right? And the stuff I get is usually so random and weird. It doesn't, it's tough to explain, right? Like, I want a Morimoto headlight set that blah, 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 blah. You guys wouldn't have a clue. You would get me a credit to somewhere and say, just go buy it yourself, right? But I've struggled over the years with the sheer amount of stuff. And we've tried having this conversation with both sets of parents, right? We don't want a ton. Put it into an RESP, buy one big present. Nothing ever changes. Every year it's overloaded. The kids get a ton of crap. So I guess having not mastered this, do you A, see that as an issue? And B, if it is an issue, how do you manage that? How should we be managing that? Because it's just, to me, and this comes from the fact that I've witnessed over the years, the kids don't appreciate what they get.
They don't.
They absolutely don't appreciate it because they get so much.
Yeah.
Now, as they're older, right? And my question is more for those that are younger, because I want to try to put it, but now as they're older, the kids are being very particular to the point where they're sending small lists to each of us.
Like we got two from, my only wanted 2 things from us.
And then she sent 2 things to grandma and she sent 2 things to grandma and grandpa.
Which I love.
Which is great because there's no crossover. We don't have to worry about it. That is what I want you to buy me, right? And she's happy with it. The grandparents don't have to worry about the money they were going to spend. And is it enough? That's what she wanted. Go buy it. Right. Willow's being weird this year. She's not really putting a list together for whatever reason, but she'll do the same. She was the one that started doing this a few years ago, where each person got a list. And then Santa got a list that nobody saw. Super awkward.
Well, she knows this year now.
Yeah. But... So for those that are younger, I guess what advice or what comments would you have about trying to corral that early?
That's so tricky because we tried everything.
Failed. Like this isn't a success story for us.
No, like we tried. And I remember, and then it's hard because then grandparents feel their feelings are hurt, and we're like, stop buying stuff and stop buying toys. And then it went like books and crafts, but oh my gosh, then we had like 4 rooms filled with crafting stuff. And it's like, where does it end? So we've tried that. And it does, we saw the after effect. I don't think grandparents saw it, the entitlement, is that it? When they were really little, there was just, they'd open it and check it.
Yeah.
Okay, next one, check. Next. So that appreciation and is that it? Like, psh. And it's like, when I was a kid, I was lucky to get 1 present.
Yeah.
I remember, and mom might correct me, but I feel like I just had a little rag that it was cherished. And I'm not trying to say that, no. I'm not trying to say that, oh, poor me,
Just an image of you, after a long shift at the coal plant, you had your 1 prized rag to provide joy. But
I did appreciate the things that I had. To this day, I still wear my Adidas that I had in high school that look better than either of the girls' shoes. I've kept things in such pristine condition because I have appreciated it. I didn't have much growing up. And I think that's a problem. Certainly we make more money than my parents were able to, and we can do things for the kids, but what cost? And that's why Maya has to buy her own car and her own stuff for the car, and she has to pay her way through university because there really is. I mean, I think this is a bigger issue, but I've totally gotten off, and I think we can pick up this conversation for another podcast, because I do think it's a big one. Just learning that gratitude piece. How do you rein it in? I don't know. I feel like we've tried everything.
I think for us, where we lost the plot and why we weren't able to get it back is no different than trying to teach a kid something individually. We left it too long.
I don't think so, because because every time a grandparent came to visit, which was sometimes daily, there was a gift. Yeah. Every day. And we're like, please. I feel like within the first year, we were already starting to say,
we were, but I don't know that we addressed it adequately, is what I mean. Mm-hmm. We knew it was a problem and we didn't like it. And we'd make comments. Like, I'm like, dude, you don't have to come with a present. Oh, okay, well, we were just at the gas station and thought she needed a charger and we bought it. Like the dumbest things, right? Typically it was toys. It was plush toys.
Stuffies. Oh my gosh.
I remember at one point, the old theater room, we had all her plushies at the far end by the actual screen, and it took up the bottom part of the wall and came out 3 feet. Yeah. It was ridiculous. Yeah. I think that the issue that we didn't do early enough, I know it was a problem. I know we made comments. We didn't sit down early enough and say, we need to be very clear here. It wasn't until it was already a habit, right, that we tried to then get them to break it. And my parents especially, I remember having so many conversations like, why? It's just one little thing. I'm like, yeah, but there's 60 other of those things now in the room and you're adding to it. And it did. It came down to then things would just be saved at their place. And then there was toys that they would buy that would only be there.
And don't tell mommy and daddy. Like it turned into a whole...
Yeah, so it was trying to manage all that. And I think for us, the advice I would give is identify very early that it's a potential issue, and then figure out if it's an issue you want to deal with or not. Because if you don't care, right? If your kid's hard on toys, you're throwing them out as fast as they come in, whatever. Who cares? You're really not going to see the issue. Ours weren't. The toys were just being ignored and piled. And to this day, there's rooms in this house that I still are still overwhelmingly filled with stuff that never gets used, right? So for me, I think it comes down more to identify if it's going to be an issue or whether you're comfortable with it, and then just have a really direct conversation and then be a hard ass. And I think that to me is where I know I fell down, as I wasn't hard ass enough about, no, we said no. Like, you can take it now or I'll just throw it out. It's your call. Yeah.
And then we got rid of stuff.
We got rid of so much stuff.
Even opened.
So much stuff. But I think that would be my big advice, right? Is figure out early the presence around Christmas time. Like I said, I like that the kids themselves are controlling it now, because excuse me, they're not asking for a ton of stuff. Yeah. Which is good. Right. But they're very particular in what they want. Right. Maya wants an actual record system, like a real one like mine, that she can put it on. It has speakers and cool. Happy to look into that, because it's a very specific, obviously a gift that she wants, right? Yeah. Totally. She went to grandma and said, I really want to upgrade the stereo on the Mustang. Well, cool. That's very specific, falls within grandma's budget, easy peasy, right? Yeah. It was when the grandparents, not that there was a direct competition, but there was almost this competing sense that they wanted it to be super special, right? And in a way, they were the super special providers of it or whatever, that we were overwhelmed. And I think it comes down to really early saying, you get to buy 2, right? Or you get to buy X, or you're buying this and nothing else. Yeah. Right.
And I think we shifted it too to more experiences. So rather than stuff, it's spending like tickets to go mini golfing or like to go and do something with them.
Yeah. And I think that was a really notable change, because then Mom, the craft stuff she was buying, some of it was just stuff, but there were more specific. I bought you something so you can come over and I'll teach you how to do it on my quilting machine. Yeah. And that all day long. You want to do that? I'm cool with that, because we've said many, many times that the kids aren't going to remember the present you bought them. They're going to remember the stuff you taught them.
Exactly.
Right. And so I think Mom took that to heart and was able to kind of see how the quilting and the knitting, because there was a while there that Willow would just sit and knit and knit and knit and knit. She loved it. And that's a skill she can go back to. Right. That's something that she remembers. And Maya was the same. Maya loved using machines and sewing and stuff. Does she do a lot of it now? No, but she can always go back to it.
Yeah.
Right. But I think that to me is more about, just establishing that control, because it is a bigger issue. I feel our biggest struggle was, the materialism, the lack of gratitude. That was what we always struggled with. So,
well, and I have a holiday guide, like how to make the most of your holiday. Actually, now that you brought this up, I will put it in the show notes for
people don't think I bring value to this podcast, but boom, right there.
How to maximize your holidays, but one of the things is presence over presence. So
clever.
Yeah.
You felt good when you typed that, didn't you?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. But that's about it, right? Like it's those, and we've talked about, it's those moments. It's never about the stuff.
No.
They're never gonna, like, Maya doesn't remember her Barbie dream camper. Well, only because I talk about it, because she threw it over the railing and smashed it to bits. But
that is your most go-to story, hey?
It is.
Yeah.
Because it's just the ADHD. What were you thinking? And she said, I wasn't thinking. I don't know. Like, just thought this is going to be awesome. But anyway, presence over presence.
Fantastic.
Is there more questions? Like,
No, it really came down to, actually, you know what? Yes.
I think that is a bigger one that I want to come back to, though.
Sure.
And actually, yeah.
I'm down with that.
It's not.
Is it seasonally based, or is it more about creating a gratitude habit in everything?
No, I think it's more about just in-law stuff. I've had so many people come to me just about in-law stuff. So I think that'll be a future question.
Yeah, that's all good. The only other thing then, since this is our seasonal extravaganza,
but gratitude is very important and should be practiced daily. Yes.
Grateful for you coming back and validating my comment. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've been doing that, showing appreciation.
It's been very nice.
Yeah.
It's been very nice.
One day, so every day, or maybe not every day,
but just when we get a chance.
Frequently, just we each share something that we're appreciative of the other person. Like the other day, I was very grateful that you drove the kids around. You do that quite often, or picked up stuff, right? Yep. Or whatever, those kinds of things.
And it's very nice to hear after you're slugging through traffic or the grocery store full of old people. So the only other thing then, in line with this kind of conversational topic, is how, I don't even know if this is a question. I guess it's more around, how much do you value old traditional things, like things that you do around the holidays, versus establishing new traditions?
I struggle over this one, Andy.
Man, I'm really grateful for the questions that I'm asking today, because they seem to be really good and thought-provoking.
Well, we're doing, like, through the university, we're doing this anti-racism training right now, and like talking a lot about whiteness.
Yeah.
And the very first day, it was the very first day, talking about your family traditions, right? Because it was just, our own personal sort of cultural thing, family traditions and heirlooms and stuff like that. I don't have any. And so, like, I'm always asking other people about what they do. What are some of the traditions? I guess we have established some, like, we always open up pajamas on Christmas Eve, and we've got our sugary cereal Christmas morning. But beyond that, like, I want to establish traditions. So I guess maybe let's start with, what in your mind are traditional old traditions? And or new ones? Like, I don't even know.
We used to do games night every night, Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah.
We used to do that all the time. We had a good, close family friends that would come over, or we'd go there. And that was awesome. And you and I did it for a few years too.
Until I ruined it for everybody.
How did you ruin it again? Because you're not wrong.
I did, yeah. And I remember your dad, and actually the Gibbonses being very, very upset with me. I probably had a few too many eggnogs.
Oh, right.
And we're playing Trivial Pursuit, which I suck at. So I was essentially helping everybody cheat.
That's right. You completely destroyed the integrity of the game.
With very serious
intellectual types.
Yep.
Yeah, the Gibbonses don't play, man. Like, they're there to win. And you just ruined it.
Actually, I think it was more than, was your dad mad? Because I think it was
Dad
like,
thought it was hilarious.
I was going to say he did laugh, but I think it was an uncomfortable, thanks for helping me, Caroline.
Yeah, Dad did think it was hilarious.
Anyway.
You did that Scrabble too. You called Sheila the B word one time when we were playing Scrabble.
Did I?
Yeah, you get really super competitive. Drinks and games aren't good for you.
I'm so competitive. Even last night, Willow and I played Seen It. And I'm like, I gotta dial this down. So anyway, I did. I took it easy.
I don't know. Beyond that, I don't know how many other traditions we have, right? Like, I know people that, and I guess for me, if I was to try and establish any traditions going forward, the ones I feel are missing, because I think we've been very good about establishing traditions that bring us together and keep us kind of together over the holidays for at least a few days, right? Those are the ones I would consider to be the most important. But I think there's opportunity for us to create traditions that give outwards.
Yeah.
Right. Those are the ones that, like, we established one a few years ago, and we had to stop because of COVID, but it'd be nice to bring it back again. Of on Christmas Day, we'd go to nearby fire stations and take them Christmas gifts, like little treats and stuff.
We did police stations too, but the
cops were jerks.
So just firemen.
Firemen are rad. Sorry, Peach. And that I like.
And Amy and Scotty and
that's true.
Everybody else that we know.
That's true. Sorry, all we find, sir, and law people that are in our lives. We still love you guys. Yeah, I think things like that I would like to do more of, because I think it goes hand in hand with the gratitude components, right? That I don't know that we practice enough externally. I think internally, we try our best, but I think there's room for us to improve that. Like you and I are talking about this. I was super excited because I want to get rid of Dad's a lot of his clothing, right? And as good as, like, we'll go to Goodwill all the time. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't know that that's the best thing to do. Like, Dad, when he passed, I got a lot of his really expensive work stuff, like all that. So to me, I was really excited that I found a charity that I can donate directly to through the fire stations, and it'll go right to homeless people in cold weather. Perfect. That's an easy activity that we don't do enough of.
I see, like, the first time we did the fire stations, like, they were just at first like, oh my God, it's Christmas, blah, blah, blah. But after the first station, they were both so excited. Oh, can we do more? Can we just go around the entire city? And like, just
because they were so appreciative.
And our brain can't tell the difference between giving and receiving acts of kindness. And so, well, even you and I have done personal development stuff, right? And it's just so awesome. We're like, what? We got to give away $20 for our own money. But then when we do, we're like, oh, who else can we give this to? I do think, and I've tried signing up to do volunteering stuff. It's so hard, especially around the holidays, just, serving at soup kitchens and stuff like that. And we donate stuff all the time, but I don't think there's just that missing human connection piece. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So seeing the firemen so giddy and appreciative, like, especially the young ones who come running at the door and like hopping at the back, trying to see who's here on Christmas Day.
Because you got to think that's probably going to be one of the most loneliest days to work.
Totally.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah. And I think you nailed it. It's that personal interaction as part of the act of giving that we don't do enough of.
We always go around to all of our neighbors and drop off baking, and the girls, Willow's still excited to go do that and drop that off.
It's always good, right? Yeah. Like, we always enjoy doing that.
I do miss the family piece. Like, we used to, and you were part of that early on in our relationship. Every Boxing Day, the extended families, all the cousins and aunts and uncles, and there was so many of us.
It was just an open house.
And I miss that.
And I think that's what we replicate though in our Christmas party. Like, it's not family, but I think to me that's as close as we can get since that died, right?
Yeah.
So I think for me that'd be the only other thing, and the only reason I bring it up is it's just one thing to think about as a family of we're obviously later with our kids, right? But I feel like we're running out of time in a way. So there's opportunities that I want to capitalize on that if people can implement earlier, take the time now and think about it. Think about what it is that you could do that becomes a fun thing seasonally that everybody looks forward to.
Yeah.
Right.
And I would say even keep that going. I actually had a client who I worked with so their Christmas gift, because there's several siblings, ranging from, 20 to 40 or whatever. Yeah. And so what they've done, just because everyone's got kids, it's just becoming too much. So every month, over the 12 months, they, as a family, like they are doing one thing for charity. So, maybe January we would do this, but we all come together as a family and do this charity. I would say do that through the year. And there's opportunities. I was just telling you, for Halloween, a family that I worked with donated half their candy to the kids at NICU because they can't go trick-or-treating. And the kids were so excited to tell me the story. I think there's opportunities. But now that we're at the holiday, look for that piece and to start it off.
But that is a good distinction as well, is it's not a one and done, right? There is an opportunity beyond that. Mm-hmm. But it still all comes down to figuring out how much of your personal traditions and family traditions, you feel aligned with what you want it to be, and make that distinction early. Because I think we've done some things, but I think there's so much more we can do.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. And especially when the kids abandon us, you and I are going to have a lot of time to fill.
Yeah.
So we might as well be nice to other people.
Yeah.
So horrible kids are going to leave us. No, I'm kidding. Willow said she'd never leave us.
She's going to have that mansion with me in a wing and all her.
Yeah, why am I not included in this plan? Am I dead?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess she's okay with that. I'm not even a thought. Is there going to be a memorial of this mansion at least?
Oh, I don't know.
Can you dedicate a portion of the grounds to me? Make a garden for me or something? Jesus. That's horrible.
Because I'm going to live to 115. So Maya's already talked about this. She's like, oh my God, I'm going to be 80 or 90 and
still dealing with you.
And still an old lady myself. I'm like, yep. So we'll be two little old ladies. So by then it's just me and her. I don't know what has happened to Willow in her mind, but it's going to be me and her when we're that old. But Willow, once she retires, I'll be part of her mansion dog place. And
I'm just an urn on a mantle.
Yeah. I'm sure she'd let you kick around if you're still alive.
I don't know.
You and I'll share my wing with you.
No, don't give me sympathy residency. That's bullshit. Whatever. I'll just go off and die. You'll be fine. Well, that ended on a bummer. I'm dead.
Do you want to live to 115?
No.
Why not?
I don't know why you want to live to 115.
Maybe we'll have flying cars by then. Gosh darn it.
You can't drive the car you have on 4 wheels right now.
Yes, I can.
And you don't like it.
I don't like it. But if I have a flying car, yes, it'll be amazing.
How so? How so?
I can just zip around people and not be stuck. And I know that there's probably supposed to be lanes, but I don't care.
Back to the Future had lanes.
I know. So I don't care. I will find a way to zip around.
So you're just going to drive fly like a maniac.
Probably. It'd be so much fun.
That's why I'm dead. It's giving me a heart attack.
That'd be brutal. So awesome.
All right. Well, happy holiday season, non-denominational winter solstice season to all.
Yeah.
Wow. You finished strong today.
Well, I didn't know what else to say.
You just petered right out. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know what else to say. Yep. Good day.
Wow.